to the SoCal Prep Insider In-Depth Podcast. I'm Alex Scarr. This podcast tells the story of high school athletes across the Southland and their transition to colleges around the country. My guest today is Gianni Hunt, point guard for the Bishop Montgomery Knights in Torrance, California. Gianni is rated as the top point guard in California and decided to join former teammate Ethan Thompson in Corvallis at Oregon State. We chatted about his decision to join the Beavers, playing for legendary coach Doug Mitchell, and the pride he takes in assisting teammates rather than scoring himself. Here's our conversation. Welcome to the SoCal Prep Insider In-Depth Podcast. I'm sitting here with Gianni Hunt. Gianni, thanks for sitting down with me, man.
Thanks for having me.
Let's give the audience some stats. 6'1", 160, currently ranked as one of the best point guards in Southern California, maybe the best point guard in all of California. So I want to congratulate you on just standing out and being one of the best players around here.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Now we're going to launch into you choosing Oregon State, playing for Coach Mitchell, some of the expectations of this team and how good you guys have been. But let's start with Oregon State. So you chose the Beavers over Fresno State, Boise State, USC, LMU, a bunch of local programs wanted a piece of Gianni Hunt. So why Oregon State?
Oregon State, they have been recruiting me the longest, and I just felt like it felt more of a family environment when I went down there. They had more invested in, more so into me instead of just the program focused on them winning. They were the best interest for myself, so that's why I chose Oregon State.
Now you took your official visit and then committed pretty soon after. So walk me through that experience. What's that like as a recruit going up for the official? I mean, I'm sure that's one of the best experiences.
Yeah, it's like when you get on your official visit, it's like you get treated almost like royalty. It's real nice. Everybody up there is real nice, beautiful city, college town, and it's just it's amazing. After your visit, it's almost like you can't wait to get up there, but you gotta stay focused on your high school career and then know that it's always gonna be there. College is up. What's next? And gotta focus on what's now.
Now, Oregon State, I guess, doesn't really have quite that legacy of an all-time college program. But was this kind of an idea of I can go and establish my own legacy? I could put them on the map, kind of like Gary Payton did back in the day.
Yeah.
I could put them on the map and make a Gianni Hunt's program. Was that part of it?
Well, yeah. I always, whether it's with Bishop or Oregon State, I always want to make my mark. But I feel like Oregon State is on the come up with Ethan Thompson, Coach Tinkle, and Coach Thompson are doing a good job over there. And I feel like with me being over there, we could possibly win the Pac-12, and I could just play how I play, and everything will fall into its place.
Now, as a fan, you can draw some comparisons between you and Gary Payton. A couple of point guards, guys going up to Oregon State. Do you see any similarities between you and him?
Yeah, I for sure do. Toughness, take no nonsense on the court, do whatever it takes to win. I mean, I never really thought about it until now. You just mentioned it, but yeah, I can see a couple comparisons.
His nickname was the Glove, Hall of Fame defender. Do you pride yourself on being a good all-ball defender?
Oh, yeah, I take pride on defense. To me, that's the best feeling playing basketball when you lock somebody up. There's no better feeling than that. So, yeah.
And let's talk about this Bishop Montgomery team. You've been on some real good teams. We're going to get to the state championship team in a minute. But you guys are 19-4, and you had the game against St. Bernard's last night as we're sitting here talking. That was a close game, 3-point win, but you got the W anyway. What can you say about the season? How's it going?
Well, the season, this is really our first couple games playing on our full team because I started off hurt couple games. Nick Schrader, he got hurt. Isaiah, he had to sit out because of the transfer rule. So we're really just now starting to get everybody into flow. So we're really just now learning how to play with everybody all on the court at once. So it's gonna take time. That's part of basketball. It has its ups and downs. We just gotta find our mode. Find our, I don't know what.
Find the groove. Yeah.
Yeah, find our groove and then just take it and run with it.
Now, you said you got injured earlier in the season. Do you have any pieces of advice? Because that's hard. It's hard to sit on the sideline. It's hard to watch your guys go out and ball without you. Do you have any advice for a kid that he may be sitting home with a boot on or he can't play? Do you have any advice for him?
Really become a student of the game. See where you can affect the game, see what your teammates are doing, and really just, learn, think the game. Because once you get that mental over players, you become way better. It really makes a difference.
So what did you notice yourself doing when you couldn't play? What was your routine?
I was really almost like a coach. Like some of my teammates and my coach would even tell you, like, I was up there like yelling, barking out stuff, just like Coach Mitchell. So like I'm always a vocal person, like even when I'm playing on the court. So I always wanted to help us win, even though I couldn't play. So I feel like just coaching, like almost.
Now you're kind of being the half coach when you're injured, but let's talk about the full coach. Coach Doug Mitchell got his 700 victory ball over here. The guy's a legend in SoCal. What's it like playing for him?
Oh, it's amazing. Like his mind, like he sees the game way differently. Like he's a genius. He is a genius when it comes to basketball, and it's amazing to play under him.
What are some of the lessons you're going to take to the next level from Coach Mitchell?
Just whatever you do it hard, and everything starts on defense. Like no matter what, your shots you're gonna miss shots, but you can always control how hard you play on the defense end, and he takes pride in that. And I think I really took that from him.
He's a pretty intense guy on the floor.
Yeah.
He doesn't let you guys off easy.
Yeah.
Do you feel like he kind of is always, because he's on you so much and he doesn't let you take a play off or a possession off, you feel like he brings the best out of you?
Oh, yeah, for sure, because he doesn't accept nothing but the best out of you. And it carries over to yourself. You do the same thing for yourself. So, yeah, it helps.
Now, let's talk about the 2016-2017 team. That was one of the best teams in California that year. You could say it was one of the best teams in the country. You guys were section champs. You guys were state champs. You were a sophomore that year. Walk me through that. What was that like?
Ethan Thompson, Jordan Shackle, and David Singleton were great players. Like those three guys were like the main focus whenever we were playing against teams, and everybody else around them, we just did our role, did what we had to do to help us win. And it was fun. Everybody had fun playing with each other. It was real unselfish, and we just all wanted to win. That's what we did.
You mentioned Ethan Thompson, the same Ethan Thompson now that's at Oregon State where you're going to be. Did that make a difference to you that he was already there establishing a program?
Well, yeah, because I always tell everybody Ethan Thompson was my favorite teammate ever. So I know him being at Oregon State, and I talked to him a lot about how he liked it. And he told me, I always heard nothing but good things from him. So that had a little impact on it, yeah.
Now you get to go play with another teammate and just kind of continue to build that camaraderie.
Yep.
So this team's got a few guys from that 16-17 year. It's you, it's Nick Schrader, it's Will Crawford. Some of these guys are clearly one of the best seniors here, helping kind of make this program. How good can this team be?
I think this could be one of the best teams I ever played on. We just have to – everybody just has to buy in, and we just got to do whatever we do it hard, listen to what Coach says. I think we'll get the job done.
What are some of your goals here for this season?
Win a ring. That's the only goal.
Go back to it. Go back to the Southern Section Championship.
Yeah.
Obviously, a state ring would be great.
Yeah.
But personally, I mean, obviously, you're a team guy. You want your guys to get the ring. You get a ring. But personally, I mean, you've got the scholarship. But what are some things that maybe you could leave another mark here?
Honestly, I think I don't leave a mark unless I win a ring. That's really the only focus. I don't have any, like, point goals or, like, awards. I just want to win a ring. That's all I really want to do.
Is that kind of a Coach Mitchell thing? Team first, not guy first?
Yeah, that's a Coach Mitchell thing, but that's also just like how I am. I'm a competitor. I want to win. I want to do whatever it takes to win. That's the whole point of playing. So, yeah.
All right, a couple quick questions here. Would you rather be a lob thrower or a lob finisher?
A lob thrower. I like seeing my teammates do well. I get like a more of a thrill after throwing a nice pass than scoring the bucket. But whatever it takes to win, that's what I want to do. So,
all right, who's catching the lob? Who's the best dunker on this team?
Oh, Isaiah Johnson for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
I've seen Brad throw a few down. Bradley Iswiro.
Oh yeah, Brad. Ooh. Actually, that is kind of tough.
Uh-oh.
I have to say Isaiah just because he gets up higher, but Bradley's dunks are ferocious. For sure.
He's a big guy. He throws down like Blake Griffin.
Yeah, he
scares
does.
the entire stands.
Yeah.
All right, what are you most excited for in Corvallis?
Most excited for? The college community. It's like a college town. I always like imagine when I'm going to college, like it being just like that.
Mm-hmm.
So just like taking everything in, being a student, being a basketball player, the social life, just everything.
So being a student, obviously that goes into choosing a college. It's not just athletics. Oregon State's going to prepare you, maybe make the jump to the NBA. But before that, you got to be a student. So did it make a difference in your decision-making knowing Oregon State was going to help you be a better student? Oh,
yeah, for sure. And they also told me even if I were to go to the NBA before I would finish my 4 years, that I'd still be able to come back and finish my 4 years. And I really like that. So, yeah, that's also why I chose Oregon State.
What NBA player are you most like?
What NBA player am I most like? I would have to say a little bit of, like, De'Aaron Fox, Russell Westbrook, but I'm trying to create my own path. I'm not really looking at them. I would just say as of right now, but I really want to just be Gianni Hunt.
Now, being Gianni Hunt, you've got a nickname that's really well known around here, Slepchild.
Yeah.
What's that about?
It's really, I just feel like I'm overlooked. My whole life I've been overlooked. I play like with a chip on my shoulder. And Slepchild, it just really came from like just feeling like I've been slept on. So yeah, that's really just where it came from.
Now, you mentioned De'Aaron Fox, Russell Westbrook. Both those guys can run 94 feet, almost faster than anybody else. They play with their hair on fire. Do you see kind of similarities in their games to you?
Yeah, I do.
You're always playing with high intensity.
Yeah, high intensity, high motor, always, all gas, no brake. Yeah, I like that.
All right, last question for you, Gianni. If you could lead the Southern section in points or assists, what are you choosing and why?
Assists, because that's what defines you as a point guard. Getting your guys going, that's the main job as a point guard, being the on-court coach. And really, to me, scoring the most points, that's cool and all, but assists is what keeps your team going, and that's what ultimately helps you win, get your team going, your teammates. So, yeah, I say assists.
All right, for Oregon State fans listening to this, they're knowing we got the best point guard in Southern California coming up, Bishop Montgomery, Coach Mitchell's program. What can you say to them to kind of reaffirm you're going to go up there and play well? What's the hype? What's the hype around Gianni Hunt? I
would say it's no hype. Everything is for real. What you see is what you're going to get. I play hard. I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to love you guys. I'm going to love you guys. I'm going to love you guys. I'm going to let you guys love me. And that's it.
Gianni Hunt, Bishop Montgomery point guard, man. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you or someone you know has an athletic scholarship and would like to be featured on this podcast, send me an email at alexmscarr@gmail.com or find me on Twitter @amscarr. Thanks for listening.